Hey everybody, this is James, not Jim Bask, and today we are doing something a little bit different. Today we are actually going to be broadcasting live from the floor at InfoComm 2023. Jim is there live right now at our booth. Just so you can see, this is our booth and all of our vendors' booths. Jim is live at booth 2669, and so we're going to bring him on screen real quick and just throw it to him. So let's give you the floor, Jim. It's all yours.
Hey, this is Jim at Broadfield Distributing for another Liquid Lunch and Learn every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. As you can see, we left the studio and I am coming at you live from the InfoComm 2023 show in Orlando. We have a Broadfield Pavilion at booth 2669. If you're here at the show, definitely stop by and check us out. If you're not, let me take this opportunity to show you some of the cool stuff we have here at the booth. We're going to start with our friends at PTZOptics and Justin. Hey, Justin, how are you, man?
Jim, doing great. Thanks for having us.
You guys are getting a lot of excitement here on day 2 of the show. Show us what you're showing off.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of the main thing that's going on with us right now is our next generation of PTZOptics cameras. So our Generation 2 cameras were a wild success and have been for the last 6-7 years. This is the third generation. We have now moved to 4K. One issue that we kind of identified in the market is that there are too many SKUs for a lot of the brands. And so we want to make it a little bit more simple for the customers and the folks that are selling it like you. So what we've done with the third generation camera is we've kind of combined the great things that we've had in the past. So now with these cameras, you will have USB, HDMI, SDI, NDI, SRT, RTMP, RTSP, all the great things that you get across the board now are just in a single camera.
Beautiful.
We'll support all the main control protocols, work with all the soft codecs, and all around just be a great agnostic camera that will work with the many systems that you'll be working with. These have now been approved for the newest version of NDI HX3. This is going to be the lowest latency that we've seen in an IP solution, and should really improve how live productions are going down.
Absolutely. And one of the things I want to point out, because it's very obvious the size difference in the cameras, we have a 12X, 20X model, which is the same compact form factor, upgraded, of course, from what PTZOptics is known for. With the new 30X model, it is a larger camera. There's a lot of capability in this. And when we tested and used this in our own studio, I know my team was really impressed by that optical image quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
The image quality in these things is amazing. And for the 30X camera we've upgraded now our image sensor size in the cameras. So to get a larger image sensor and a 30X optical zoom and a 4K form fit, we had to go up to this larger model, and it sure does look good. So we're very proud of where we are now with it.
Those are the decisions you make to get that broadcast quality and to make it work.
Absolutely.
Now, I see here we also have the Super Droid controller.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite PTZ controllers on the marketplace. Really, like your cameras, it allows you to use any control protocol that your setup is working with. Whether it's NDI, Visca over IP, even RS-232, you can do all that through the Super Droid, right?
Absolutely, including Pelco as well, or TCP IP. The nice thing with the SuperJoy is that you can have image control on the fly, for those photography folks that really want to dial in how each camera looks in a production. You have full control over the speed of your cameras. We even have custom buttons. So if you want to be able to hit a preset, do white balance, and turn tracking on all in one single button, you're able to do that just with one click.
Perfect. And for the InfoComm show, obviously, in addition to the NDI technology, Dante is very big at this show because they have been for quite some time with the audio products selling into this marketplace. And now you guys are supporting the new Dante AVH protocol with the new PTZOptics Link camera, which is in your booth now here at the show also.
It is. So the Move 4K that we just spoke about, essentially the Link camera will be the same exact thing. All the output methods and control protocols we mentioned, and the auto tracking built in. Instead of an NDI license, you'll have that Dante AVH license.
Perfect.
So again, all the same quality you expect from the camera in one. If you're a Dante folk, you go with the Link camera. If you're an NDI, then you go with the Move. So again, making it really easy to know which camera is going to work for you. Little SKUs.
Justin, thank you so much for showing this off. We got a ton of stuff to show off just in our booth alone. So we're going to move over to NewTek in just a moment. Have a great show. Be sure to check out PTZOptics at InfoComm, as well as in the Broadfield booth and their own booth here at the show. We're going to move over now to NewTek. Glenn, do you need to move that camera? Let's move that to make sure we get a good shot. We're going to be speaking in just a moment to Justin Miller, who has been manning the table here for NewTek in the Broadfield booth. Again, 2669. We'll keep on saying that throughout the show. Justin, thank you for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. Always a pleasure. Happy to be here last year.
Yeah, I know, right? 2 years in a row. We're going to have to make this a tradition.
Yeah.
So what do you like better, Vegas or Orlando?
You know, it's still to be determined. I will say I felt like we had a better gathering at Vegas.
Okay.
My preference.
Okay. And I tell you, I usually like Orlando. I hate Orlando for a trade show. I like our dealers from the Southeast. A lot of them don't make the trip to Vegas in NAB. So it's a different market, different people to talk to. So that helps us too.
Vote in the chat.
Yeah, exactly. So Justin, I see first of all, you have the new flex control panel here, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So give us a rundown of everything you're showing off.
So, of course, I am most excited about the TriCaster Flex panel here. It is our first NDI-enabled.
Hold on one moment. Did we get you a microphone?
You did not. I'm speaking into yours.
We got to steal a microphone for you. Did Justin run away?
Other Justin.
He disappeared. Go chase down Justin. We lost the mic. Here, you, Justin. I'm going to give you my microphone.
All right.
And we will keep that message going.
Oh, let me just try to get clipped up here, guys. All right, let's do this. I'll just hold it in my hand. That'll work. All right, so, of course, most excited for the new TriCaster Flex. It's our latest control panel, and it is the first one in a product line that is NDI capable. I will point out that you can marry not just one flex to a TriCaster, you can marry multiple flex panels to a TriCaster. So not only can you reassign what stripe you're influencing, your main program bus, your mix effect buses, you can delegate a different stripe to a totally different panel to drive your production. So we have that. Of course, here I have the TriCaster Mini 4K. That's still our fully NDI IP-oriented TriCaster box, extremely flexible. It has those 4 network expansion ports for your NDI plug-and-play devices. Outside of that, we have our NRSD platform, so that will allow you to bring in up to 25 1080 60p streams that you can record direct to the box. It's been empowered in the latest iteration of the Evo platform with the NDI plugin, so you don't have to enable your recording right off the TriCaster. You can go into the Evo web interface and just map that recording direct to whatever drive you'd like. So beyond that, I am showcasing all the flexible ways that we can access and control the TriCaster. We have the main mouse and keyboard, the flex panel, the NewTek sanctioned Stream Deck application through the Elgato app, and then, of course, Live Panel, which is a powerful way of accessing and controlling the TriCaster via web browser. So,
and this is the NRS storage system, right?
Absolutely.
That's great too. Now you're running the Flex control panel off the TriCaster Mini here in the booth.
Correct.
And that's one of the things I love about this control panel is it really is an upgrade to any of the TriCaster systems.
Absolutely.
So I know a lot of our dealers are very familiar with the flagship models, the 1 Pro, the TriCaster 2 Elite. But even for those customers that are looking for a portable production system, whether it's the TriCaster Mini Edge or the TriCaster Mini 4K, you can still have that portable form factor and get all the power and capability that the CPU offers, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that really is a great thing. I love that you're showing it off that way here.
Absolutely. And I like to point out, once you learn one of our current TriCaster models, you know them all. They all have the same general look and feel. And if you need to learn more, of course, we have an excellent source of resellers and our amazing NewTek University courses as well.
Absolutely. And I want to remind our resellers, too, that we have some great promotions happening right now on NewTek products. So definitely reach out to your Broadfield sales team. We could help you out, take advantage of those promotions, and make sure that any bids or quotes or projects that you're working on are going to be as competitive as possible so we can help close them like we're trying to do here on the show floor. Justin, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. So we have both microphones now. And we are going to move over in just one moment here to NDI. You could go ahead and move that camera. And we are going to be joined in just a moment. You can mic up there.
All right, so that was pretty cool to see from.
So here from the
NewTek and everything
NDI
that they have
portion
going on,
of our
especially with
booth,
that Flex
I am
panel.
speaking with
We're going
Albert.
back.
Albert, thank you very much for joining
Thank you.
us. We're not live yet, okay? So here we are in the NDI pavilion part of our booth, being joined by Albert from the NDI team. Albert, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Jim. Thanks for having me here. It's an honor to be here as part of the Broadfield team.
So I will tell you, as a distributor, we're always showing off products. And those products are driven by great technology. This is a first for me to have a technology partner in a distribution booth. And I love it because we also host our NDI November show. Our dealers are very NDI centric, dealing with all the different products on our product line. So to have you guys join us is really great. Thank you for being here.
No problem.
What is your purpose for being here at InfoComm as a technology product?
Well, primarily we want to support all our partners. I mean, just looking around the booth, we have so many partners here that are using NDI, and it's great. NDI has really kind of grown in popularity over the past couple of years. We have, 40 or 50 or so partners here at the show.
We probably have 30 on our line card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, just kind of helping support them. An opportunity for myself personally, to meet with some of these partners and see some of the products firsthand. It's been really great.
And I know you ran around yesterday putting the NDI Advanced flags on a lot of booths, right?
Right.
So you got your steps in yesterday, I guess,
definitely.
huh?
Absolutely.
That's one of the things I noticed, even in walking throughout the show floor. If you're here at InfoComm, if you're watching this afterwards, you do see these signs all over the place. NDI HX3 is now on the third version and is really reduced that latency to the point that a lot of our dealers are loving that technology.
Right. Exactly, yeah.
And then NDI is on Rev 5 at this point.
Correct, we're on version 5.
And at NAB, you announced NDI 6 will be coming at some point too,
Correct,
right?
so we are looking at releasing an NDI version 6 later this year. And really the key focus is going to be 10-bit HDR video.
Great.
So that's something that has been in demand for quite some time. A lot of people are asking to be able to do 10-bit. So that's something we want to be able to provide.
Excellent. Albert, thank you so much for joining us in our booth here.
Great.
I'm going to let you get back to running around throughout the show floor to talk to all of your partners.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much.
Right.
We're going to reset the camera now and go and visit an NDI partner as we are joined in our booth by Kiloview. Do you mind if I interrupt and steal Judy?
All right, that was pretty cool from NDI. So now we're going over to, it looks like Kiloview. So in just a second here, we'll bring Jim back up full screen.
Do it?
All right.
Are
Looks
we
like they're
live,
getting
or
ready, so
we're
we're going to
gonna-
send it to them.
We're going to wait for the go ahead.
Okay.
They're all set.
I just put it here, maybe.
Perfect. So we just finished speaking with Albert at the NDI part of our booth. And one of our biggest NDI partners and one of our newest partners at Broadfield is Kiloview. We met Kiloview at the NAB New York show when we were hosting a partner pavilion much like this. And now we're happy to welcome you as part of our pavilion, speaking to our dealers throughout the show. Judy, you've got a lot of great stuff on here. Do you mind giving us a little bit of an introduction of what you're showing off today?
Yes, of course, Jim.
Thank you.
We are so happy to be part of the Broadfield family.
Yep.
Yes, and
I'll stand on this side of you so you can speak to me and the camera at the same time.
Okay,
And then
okay,
and I don't want to stand in front of the stuff you're showing off either, you know?
of course, yeah. So this time we are bringing actually a lot of the Kiloview products, almost the whole product line here. So generally, as you know, Kiloview is providing the IP-based transmission. So in general, it's AV over IP.
Sure.
So we are showing a lot of the converters to bring SDI HDMI into IP. So what you can see here is our E3, our M5, N6, N50, N60, and of course we are bringing the bonding encoders, the P1, the P3, which is quite popular. So easily you can bring the SDI HDMI videos into different protocols. And of course, NDI is one of the most important parts for our products and solutions. While at the same time, we are showing the decoders, the D350, which is a kind of all-in-one decoder. So any type of IP, just go into the D350. You can preview all the sources and then output through SDI or HDMI.
And I understand that'll be shipping very soon.
It's already.
It is. Excellent. Great. Very good. Very
It's
good.
already on the market. Well, here you can see that's relatively the new products. We are bringing the LinkDeck, the Cube R1, the Cube X1, which is also very popular. So here we are running a multi-view software. You can easily preview all the NDI sources. We can mix the videos. We can set the output with the multi-view through NDI. Okay. And also, we can also, do the switching, choose the preview, program videos. And through the LinkDeck, we can easily bring the web UI of the multi-view here. And using the physical buttons, we can do the switching. We can control the PTZ cameras. We can use the T-bar to take, and also we can set different graphics through the LinkDeck. And also for the Cube R1, I think that's one of the most popular products during the NAB show.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, everyone's asking for the Cube R1. So we are now putting it here, and it's all running. You can support up to 9 channels of the NDI sources recording full NDI or NDI HX. Up to 9 channels simultaneously, and of course, there goes the touch screen and everything, and easily we can store into the SSDs in MOV or MT4, so different formats. And also the Cube X1, that's the NDI router. So I'm just showing it here. Yep. Yes, so it can support up to 16 inputs, 32 outputs for the NDI sources routing, so we can easily manage all the NDI inputs and outputs in the same network. So,
that's excellent.
Yeah.
And what I really love is how these complement that full video over IP production space with everything from the modular control surface and all the options available there to giving you the ISO recordings and everything else, which is definitely a need in that professional production space.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for joining us at the show. Enjoy the rest of InfoComm.
Thank you.
We are going to reset the camera and head over to MRMC to check out some of that stuff. So let's go head over there.
All right, so they're going to head over to MRMC. That was a lot of cool stuff from Kiloview. Pretty cool stuff. And they are planting that camera down. As soon as we see them ready, we're going to bring them back up full screen. All right, give us another 10 seconds here, and they will be ready.
Bouncing it back and forth.
All right, let's bring
Jim
back
when
up
we're
full
ready.
screen for MRMC. We're good.
So here we are now with MRMC. We have them here in the front of our booth, and front and center, we've set up the QRS rails. So joining me to introduce everything we're showing off is Adam Medry from MRMC. Adam, thank you very much for being part of our booth here.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Give us the rundown of what we're showing off.
We're showing off a couple different pieces of hardware. We're showing off our LLS, our light lift system, our QRS, our quiet rail system, working in conjunction with our Polymotion Chat automated tracking software.
Okay.
So all this stuff works together. All of it can be tied together, pieced together, or it can be individual units working separately. Camera agnostic. We don't care which camera you're going to put on it. You want to put a PTZOptics on it. You want to put a BirdDog on it. You want to put a Panasonic on it. We'll work with any camera and any camera company.
Yep. And you'll see when we're not blocking the camera as that moves across, Polymotion Chat is recognizing the bodies in front of it. And this is where the power comes in not only controlling the PTZ camera, but the motion on your rails, your lifts. It really has a lot of advanced capability.
Absolutely. You're looking at the little wireframes that it's drawing on the people. It's actually AI generating wireframes to give unique identifiers to every individual that comes on the camera. So every individual that comes on is uniquely identified, and you can track or not track as needed very specifically people that are on the screen. And you set all the parameters up for how you want to follow and how you want to motion track any individuals that you want to follow.
And we only have a 2-meter rail set up here, obviously just to demo this. But this can be set up and configured for pretty much as long as you need for your application.
We just sold a 50-foot section out. I've just quoted out a 70-foot, 75-foot section. Right here you can see there's two pieces. There's a 0.8 meter section and a 1.2 meter section joined together. It just simply screws together very, very quickly, very easily, and you can make this rail as long as you want.
And we have it mounted on tripods, but you could combine it with the lift systems and now really get some additional movements and robotics and everything else put into it.
It's a good point. It was a huge hit at NAB.
Yeah.
We actually showcased a dual LLS configuration where you put an LLS column on either side, and then you simply lifted the whole rail up and down. In a very tight space, you get a simulated sort of jib output where you can go up and down and side to side. And then with your zoom, it looks like you're going in and out. So really, really powerful solution. Again, use the pieces individually or use them together, however you want to work it.
That's awesome. Adam, thank you so much for the intro.
Thank you, Jim.
We are going to check out the rest of our booth. Everything looks pretty busy over here, but I think we're going to head over to Red to check out the V-Raptor camera that we're showing off with Red. Adam, thank you again. I'm going to grab that microphone from you.
All right, you need that, don't you? There you go.
All right, that was pretty cool to see MRMC with their vertical and horizontal rails, as well as their auto tracking technology. I can't quite see who we're moving over to. It looks like we're doing Red. And Glenn, who has actually been operating our camera, is going to be doing a little demo with the Red and speaking about the Red Digital Cinema cameras. So we're going to wait, another 30 seconds here and get this going as quickly as we can. So again, MRMC, very cool with their rails to be able to go horizontally and vertically, as well as having auto tracking. So I can see that they're still setting it up. The camera has been operated by Glenn, so actually it's a little bit of a longer transition for this one as they set up, because now Glenn's got to be in front of the camera, so he's got to mount the camera. So it'll be just a few more seconds here, and as soon as we see that mic getting handed off, all right, looks like they're getting ready, and they're going to talk about the Red Digital Cinema cameras. So without further ado,
Logan, look at
floor's theirs.
Am I framed?
It's the Raptor answer. So here we are in the Red portion of the Broadfield Pavilion, booth 2669. Unfortunately, Red was not able to make the trip to the show, but they wanted to make sure that we were showing off the V-Raptor camera. We tried to get the new Komodo X out here to join us as well, but those cameras are very limited in supply. But we do have the V-Raptor here, and in lieu of having a representative from Red join us, Glenn has been doing these demos for the past 2 days. Can you show us a little bit about the V-Raptor?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing with the V-Raptor, of course, is you've got a camera that's full 8K, 120 frames per second. So you've got a camera that's really powerful. It's a full, it's a full frame camera. I'm sorry. Drawing a blank here. Now you put me on the spot, and I thought global
that's
shutter.
That's what happens. You went from behind the camera to in front of the camera. Sometimes we got to take a deep breath.
so the beauty with Red, especially a show like this, is global shutter. The fact that you're walking around, everything's LED display, everything's LED display. You need a camera that can match that shutter speed so that you're not having mooring and stuff like that. So it's a really great show. That's been a lot of the talk, is just how we integrate that with folks that are presenting in front of the LED displays. So both corporate, some house of worship and things like that. But, like all Red cameras, it's a fully modular design. So you buy the camera body, you then accessorize it with your handles, your I/O, your camera lenses, things like that.
Yep.
So really a great talking point and a great feature and a great product for a show like this.
And I think that's one of the things that come up at a show like this is, why would you bring a cinema camera to space like this? But if you look at what's happening in the house of worship market, there is a cinema production at this point. If you look at what's happening even in education spaces, there are universities and colleges all over the country that are producing Broadway-type theater shows right from the school campus itself. They want this level of production. They want things like this, not only to go to the digital signage that you talked about, but also to produce a cinema quality show that they can share with their audience anyway.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, there is the general move to the realization that, they've called it Zoom fatigue, all that. People are going for these cinematic looks. They are going for these, they want those shallow depth of fields. They want those vibrant colors. They want all those things that you can't get from a webcam, that you can't get from an average camera. And, they are stepping up to things like this.
Yep.
And you've also got, we joke when I talk to customers all the time, so-and-so CEO is a prima donna. They want to look better than everybody else. So they're spending money to get them in to make them look better.
Absolutely.
So, definitely been a little hot commodity here at the booth. People are like, well, why is this here? And then exactly that it. You're looking for that cinematography, that cinema look. You need a cinema camera.
Absolutely. Glenn, thank you so much for doing that demo for us. I really appreciate that. We're going to let you get back behind the camera as we slide over to Atomos. And we're going to ask Roger to join us. Roger, it's going to take me just a moment to set up the camera and the audio here.
Hello.
I have a mic.
All right, so as they are transitioning their camera, once again, Glenn has to get back behind the camera. That is some pretty cool stuff about the red. We actually use a red in our studio for our product spotlights and etc. They're getting ready at Atomos with Roger, so as soon as we see that they're ready, we'll bring them up full screen. They are ready.
So how are we doing this? You're just going to introduce me, I talk about it?
Yep. So here we are now at the Atomos portion. Now, Atomos is responsible for bringing us to InfoComm for our first show about 6 years ago. Matt Ivy, when he was with you guys, said, hey, this is a great show. We got to be part of this show.
That's right.
Obviously, our business has grown a lot. Our dealers are much more involved in this space.
Yes, sir.
But Atomos has been with us every step, whether we're in Orlando or Vegas, always part of the booth. So, Roger, I'm very happy that you joined us this year as well.
Yep. Thank you, Jim, for having us.
And please tell us what you're showing off this year.
Yeah, so this year we're still showing off the camera to cloud situation where we take your camera's sensor, go straight into a Ninja or the Shogun Connect, and this records still here locally, still a great monitor, still has all your monitor assist tools like focus peaking, zebra, false colors, and all that. Record locally on an SSD drive still, and now with these antennas, camera to cloud. So I can show a little demo over here if you want to take a quick look. I can just simply press record. So we're recording now, and when I press stop, over here will then show you it's uploading. So while we're talking, it's being uploaded to Frame.io, which is the system we're using now, and it would just simply populate here. Why that's good is because we can then take this file, give it to somebody, let's say your editor's in New York. So then you don't have to overnight a drive anymore. They get the file immediately. So as we were talking, you see it's popping up right here on the screen. And then very simply, it generates a thumbnail, and now it's live. Yes, it's only 2 seconds long. The better your internet, the faster it comes. And now we can do a review, and a person can very easily say, oh, this is good, this is bad, do it again, whatever. And they can make notes and even download it as well. So that is the technology we're doing and showing off today at Atomos. And if you're at InfoComm, come by and take a look at us at booth 2669, I believe.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, and we have to mention we've got some great deals going on right now.
That's right.
So definitely take advantage of the Atomos deals.
That's right.
And I know, Roger, you have the Shogun Connect set up here.
That's right.
The entire Connect family operates the same way.
That's right.
So we have the Shogun Connect, but there's also the Atom X Connect module that goes to the Ninja 5 or the Ninja 5 Plus.
That's right.
So now with that attachment, you can take advantage of that Atom X modular technology and add the Connect features to it.
That's right.
So that really is a great add-on for everybody that has a Ninja 5 and Ninja 5 Plus now.
That's right.
They can really upgrade their monitor to this Connect capability.
That's right. And the Ninja has been our best-selling product since. So
absolutely,
everybody who doesn't
there's
have
lots
it,
of you out there.
That's right. You can
Right?
add that, and it has a bunch of other features too, like SDIN. It has timecode built in as well, and NDI transmit today. It will have NDI receive in the future, but right now it's just transmit. But all that for $399. Plus, if you buy now, you do also get the Atom X CATS connector, so you get a bunch of stuff.
Which gives you that switcher capability
That's right. Now
for those applications where you'd rather use that attachment than, say, the Atomos Connect.
That is correct.
Now, one of the great things about the Atomos Connect is if I attach that, I send everything up to the cloud. That creates my post-production workspace there.
That's right. You can start editing it right away, and then
you can then give the actual drive, and then all you gotta do is literally relink. So if you shot it in 4K, the files that are being sent up are proxies and they are 1080, but that's usually good enough. So once they get it, they can relink it, and then they'll get their full 4K hero file.
Awesome. And I just noticed we have it set up in the corner over here.
Yep, we
I
also
didn't
got
see
the
it mounted.
Zato as well.
Yep, I didn't see that mounted on top of the Sumo. So
we're
yeah.
also showing off the Zato as well, which is a H.264 recorder, because sometimes people just want a small, quick record, so it's just a quick and dirty. And we also have the Sumo 19, which is a 19-inch monitor, bright, quad switch ISO recorder as well too. And we also have another deal going on with that, where if you buy this, you get the sun hood for free and either gold or V-mount plate for free. This does end at the end of this month, so come in and get it now.
Take advantage of it now.
That's right.
Roger, thank you for joining us at
As usual,
InfoComm. Always a pleasure. We have one more booth to visit here in the Broadfield Pavilion. I'm going to take your microphone.
That's right. Thank you so
and
much.
head over to Advanced Image Robotics. Let's reset that camera, Glenn.
Yep. So we are moving on to our last vendor that is at our booth at InfoComm, and that is going to be Advanced Image Robotics. It's some pretty cool stuff as they're walking around the booth. That Atomos stuff is really cool too. And it looks like they are getting ready. Handed in the microphone. Atomos stuff is very cool with the Connect line, and then obviously having the cloud as well. Very cool, and it was very cool to hear that they have some NDI features coming out, more NDI features. As soon as we see that they are ready, we're going to toss it back to them, and we're going to toss it back to them now. So let's give it back.
So here we are with the last booth to highlight here in the Broadfield Partner Pavilion. When I introduced Kiloview, I told you it was one of our newest product lines. Well, Advanced Image Robotics is going to be our newest product line because this baby is coming out very soon now.
Very soon.
So we're being joined by Ned. Ned, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Give us a show of what is the Air 1 and what can we expect from this great device?
So what we're doing here is we're taking a digital cinema camera and we're putting it on a 3-axis gimbal, what we call the robot. You can control it from anywhere via touchscreen.
Okay.
Send streams directly from the robot to any cloud-based switching, REMI Production Center. Basically what we're doing is taking the complexity out of REMI production, putting the complexity under the hood, making it easy to control, route, give permissions to who you want to control the robot.
And what's great is it's going to be a bundle. That is the robot with the Zcam. You got it set up here with a Panasonic Lumix camera. Yep. So we're going to see those. We're going to really see this expanded robotic production coming to a cinema type camera that really brings you to that next level of production capability.
Yeah, really what it's about is clients that want to take a step up from a traditional PTZ. You want that shallow depth of field that you get from the digital cinema cameras. You want a little bit more precision control. Like that's really one of the things you can do with the touchscreen here is you get that easing, that much more organic movement out of it. It's a robot, but it feels much more human.
Right, exactly.
The operation.
Exactly, and that's great. And that's, that's where the advanced robotics comes from, right?
Yeah.
It's an advanced image.
Yeah.
It's Advanced Image Robotics.
Yeah.
It's got everything right there in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is very close to shipping now.
End of July.
End of July. Excellent. I know we have been talking with you. We couldn't even get to your booth at the NAB show. There was so much excitement, so many demos going on. That's why when you expressed interest in being here at this show with us, we definitely jumped at the opportunity. And your booth, even today, has been buzzing quite a bit because there are people that want to step up beyond what a traditional PTZ camera can do and be able to compare the image quality from these cameras with the movements that they've gotten used to, right?
Yeah, it's really interesting the cross section of different potential customers we have because some are just interested in doing this on-site stuff like the fine robotic control of the camera movement, that digital cinema camera look.
Yep.
Others are much more interested in the ability to remote control it because you can plug one of these in with nothing other than a broadband connection on site. Your camera op can be basically anywhere in the world.
Awesome.
If you're within 1,000 miles or so, it's no different than operating it on site.
That's great. Thank you so much for being part of the booth.
Hey, well,
and thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us here at InfoComm 2023. We have several other partners throughout the show floor. So I know we pulled up that InfoComm map. Be sure to look on our site in the next coming weeks for more videos, demos, great new products introduced and talked about here at InfoComm. Remember, we're live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Even if we're not in the studio, if we're coming at you from the show floor, we're going to be live and we're going to bring you all the great stuff to introduce to all of our dealers. Until next week, cheers.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim, for that awesome booth tour. Seeing Atomos, Kiloview, NDI, NewTek, PTZOptics, Red, MRMC, and Advanced Image Robotics. I did just want to say that we have plenty of other vendors at InfoComm: BirdDog, Canon, Epiphan, JVC, LiveU, Matrox, NETGEAR, Panasonic, PTZOptics, RGBlink, and Roland are all there. We're going to try and get some more videos from them and potentially go live at Broadfield.live. So definitely make sure to check that out throughout the rest of the day. And if you don't see it live, we're going to be posting more pictures and videos on our LinkedIn and on our website, broadfield.com. So again, that was a really cool booth tour. We will be back next Thursday, 1 p.m. here in the studio, and Jim will be hosting, not James. All right, we'll see you next week.
Broadfield Distributing is a value-added distributor of live production, streaming, video editing, and storage products. We only sell to resellers. We are always looking for new dealers, so call us at 1-800-634-5178 or email sales@broadfield.com. You'll like doing business with Broadfield because we make it easy to do business.